Bernie Ballers, we gotta have a talk here. Bernie Ballers, welcome back to another episode here on the Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Yeah, myself and Andrew back at it again with a kind of an immediate and emergency episode, if you will. I had something planned, and then cards subject to change for all my wrestling fans. But we got one half of REEDIE And Zee, 1/3 of the Burgundy Breakdown with myself and Juan God. Y'all can go like, share, and subscribe to that. Right up here, I got my man REEDIE down below. REEDIE, what's happening?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man.
No, always.
What's up, Andrew? It's been a long time, man. How you been?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm lagging a little bit, but yeah, I'm good. It's good to see you again.
It's not as bad as Chris's some days. I'll take a second or two. That's not too bad. But no, we kind of have an emergency injunction here at BIB, an emergency episode here on BIB, which is not a bad thing. Before we get to any of that, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here on Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently at 696 subscribers. I want us to get it to that 1,000. If I can get it by the time I go to the game, I might have to pull some strings and do a giveaway or something. But that's if and when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast, Twitter at BIB Podcast 22 because Twitter has longer usernames. And like I said, if you have not liked, shared, and subscribed already to the Burgundy Breakdown, what are you doing? You can go do that right here above my head, or it'll be plastered down in the description. And then obviously, if you've not all done it already, like, share, and subscribe at REEDIE And Zee. Nothing but great content. They had Lake on Monday Command. They were on late last night. Me, REEDIE, and Juan were on the Burgundy Breakdown last night, dropping our first official video, not named a live stream for TBB. Nothing but good work from them. So if y'all have not already done so, like, share, and subscribe to REEDIE And Zee. All their links on in the description, and they'll be on the title of this video. But fellas, it's been a very, very busy 60 hours. And not in just Commanders land, in NFL land. REEDIE, you and I talked pretty much ad nauseum between Wednesday and then Thursday, and this will drop Saturday. So in 4 days, we've talked about this topic in 3 separate videos across 3 separate channels. Terry Mclaurin has requested a motherfucking trade from these Commanders. You and I have talked to nauseam about it. Andrew, I want to get your thoughts on this of TM17, Scary Terry, Turbinator, whatever you want to call him, requesting out of the nation's capital.
Yeah, man. I was driving to work whenever the news dropped, and I see Justin sending 4 separate messages in the group chat, just notifications pop on my phone. I'm like, oh no, something just happened. Either Terry just got extended or he requested a trade. So I opened it up. There it is. Terry Mclaurin requested a trade. I felt sick, bro. I was, like I said in the group chat, I was genuinely nauseous for a little bit. I mean, this guy's been with us his whole career, been with us through the thick and thin, and now he says he wants out. Now of all times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we'll touch on this a little bit more, but I think we can all hopefully agree that this is probably more of a negotiation tactic than an actual request.
Yep.
But it still stings. It still hurts. We don't want him to leave. We don't want him to request a trade. It's a tricky situation. So unfortunate news, but hopefully they get this resolved.
Yeah, you are much more. You 3 in the group chat were much more calm than I was last night's video. I was.
I would not say I was calm. I don't think that's how I
the
would
right
put
word.
it.
You were disgusted. I was upset. And then REEDIE on last night, he's like, "What y'all on about? Just chill, cool as a cucumber." I said, "I'm gonna calm down just a little bit. Let me just do
Deep
it."
breaths, guys. Deep breaths. All together now.
Together now. Well done, my friend. Well done. REEDIE, you and I are basically a day removed from us ad nauseum between Burgundy Breakdown and your show. How are you feeling 24 hours and when this drops 48 hours later?
I'm maintaining the same thing I maintained last night. Why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? This is the playbook. We knew it was coming. So when it got here, why is everybody just like, oh my God, my hair's on fire? Bruh, we knew it was coming. This is the playbook. When things don't work out, don't go the way they wanted to go, request a trade. Oh, speed things up a little bit more. So it's like, I was talking to Z, and I think I was talking to Juan too. I was like, bruh, he's going to request a trade at some point. That's the next step. First, he tries to hold out for 4 days. Then he does a hold in for 4 days. Then he comes and he requests a trade.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the Eastern Motors, video was one thing. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like this is the fourth thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then he comes out on the field with his agent, having the discussions after practice, not standing on the field with his teammates. Like, I'm separating myself. I'm a part of the organization, but when the lights and the cameras are out there, I'm not.
Nowhere to be seen.
So, and it is what it is. I knew it was coming. I didn't think that it was going to be yesterday,
this soon,
but I thought it would be this weekend. I definitely thought it would be this weekend.
I was hoping it hadn't gotten to that point. Like I remember you somewhat talking about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna think about that. I hope this deal gets done. So, like I said last night, that caught me off guard. I was like, come on, man, what are we doing here? I'm sitting here 24 hours and this goes out 36, 48 hours later. Y'all are absolutely right. This is the next step of the plan. This is marketing. This is the NFL. Myles Garrett did it. Lamar Jackson did it. Brandon Ayuk, Debo. I think T. Higgins did it, if I remember correctly.
Didn't Chase do it too? Jamar Chase?
I don't think that they paid him pretty quick. They paid Jamar.
It was kind of like a little struggle at the beginning.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb, did he request a trade?
Not that I'm gonna look back on it. I don't think CD requested a trade because he was still in his rookie deal too.
Okay.
That's what's crazy. Between CD, Jamar, like there's I think T to a degree. No, T got franchise tagged here. These guys were still on their rookie deals. It was either last season or this coming season is when all the big contracts hit for teams. Because Jamar was a 2021 draft pick. CD was a 2020 draft pick. Joe was a 2020 draft pick. T. Higgins was a 2020 draft pick. Miles was 17. Lamar was 2018. No, I think Lamar and Miles, I think they both were 2018. So it's weird seeing like there'd be like a 2-year gap between the biggest contracts, the second biggest contracts to now. I'm like, man, 2019 really didn't do shit for teams. And Dexter Lawrence. But I'm just like, Terry. So then obviously, they're talking about it on national media today. First Take's talking about it. Stephen A talks about it. He says his sources are hearing that they're offering him $27 million per annual value. I still think the sweet spot's 30. And then Twitter was like, why are we listening to 30 plus? And then Twitter became, why are we trusting Stephen A. Smith with football? I just see like Josh and company like, why are we listening to Stephen A. sources? Those sources haven't been trusted in like 2 years. I went, Well, considering he's in the big media and I'm not.
Stephen A. If he says something, he's got it on good accounts. That's what it is. So if anybody's going to report that, I believe Stephen A.
Yeah,
I believe that. Like they're probably at the end. So we had the first definitive number because that's what I was telling Z last night. I'm like, everybody's saying it's this, is that, but we don't know because nobody's come out and said what it was.
Nope.
What the number actually was that he wants and the number that they're offering. So then this morning, Stephen A comes out with the 27, 28 or whatever in that range. So that told me, okay, all right. So we gotta work to 3 or 4 million. So I think this deal gets done around the 30, 31
range
mark. I don't think they're going to pay him more. And it sucks. I don't think they're going to pay him no more than that. And he's just going to have to live with it. Maybe they can make it incentive based,
right?
Or give him more
cash,
more
or something.
bonus or something like that. But when you go into this contract, you're going to be 31 years old. Like nobody's paying a 31-year-old wide receiver 33, $33 million a year, $34 million a year.
No.
That's just not happening. Like it really comes down to, this team is analytics driven. The analytics are saying that it's not a good idea. So they're going to stand where they're going to stand at as far as that. So, I mean, they got to find Terry and them. They got to find that middle ground. And I'm not telling him to accept anything, because I do think he deserves to be paid for his services. But at the same time, it's just like, Terry, you're like a year or two a little too late to the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember no more than like a week ago, I personally thought the amount wasn't too far off. I thought the big issue was years that the extension will be for, and then sure, some guaranteed and incentive based, small details. I thought it was some small stuff they could work out, but now it turns out if Stephen A. Smith is correct in his judgment, that there is actually a decent couple million gap between what each camp wants. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Reedy said, Terry deserves to be paid well, but he also is old, so he's not going to get top tier money. He's probably not going to get more than Debo, even though I feel like he deserves it. I don't think that's going to happen. So,
hmm It's like I think as a fan base, we would give him 35, 40 million just based on the character and the person he is.
mhm.
But then, especially me as of late, whether it's Burgundy Breakdown or Ballin In Burgundy, I'm like, no, I got to take a step back and look at the business side. 31 going on, or 30 going on 31. He wasn't supposed to be anything in this league. Supposed to be a special teamer when we drafted him, turn into your number one. But then to Reedy's points these past few weeks, to Z's points these past few weeks, he hasn't clipped 1,100 yards, but once. This was his breakout season, if we want to call it, and this is year 7 for him.
Even if this was his breakout season, he's still been consistently
Correct.
incredible for us. So he doesn't need a 1 year huge breakout season to
Correct.
deserve a large payment because every year he's been with us, he's been very good. So,
Yeah. Unlike Duran Payne.
correct.
But but then Ian Rappaport comes out on NFL Network like 2 hours ago as of recording time, saying Terry wants roughly 33 plus, which from what all accounts have been, that's pretty much correct. But Adam's not ruling out, or Ian's not ruling out a trade of the right package is coming. I don't see us trading Terry at all. Washington's been pretty stern about we're not trading Terry. Like I love all the jersey edits I put on last night's TBB episode, and I've done on some reels. We're not trading Terry. It's just business at this point. It's hey, you're not giving me the money I want. If you're offering me 27, I want 33. That's a $6 million gap. That's a free agent. That's Von Miller's contract in between those two, if you think about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
So
would say that I would just say that we can't sit here and say that they're not going to trade. We think they're not going to trade him, but this is we got to remember this is a whole different. These are real GM.
yeah,
I mean, I was about to say GMs, but this is a real GM. This is a real front office.
ownership.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is a real ownership group. So I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him. But I'm kind of, I have it on good accord. John, you know who I coach with, and we were discussing this today, and he was basically saying like, he's not going to get that. It's going to suck, but he's not going to get what he's asking for. It's just the way it's going to work out. He's going to probably have to be disgruntled and end up playing out this contract, but they're not going to pay him what he wants to get paid.
Mm-mm.
And then the other notion was he added that it's too late to trade him
It is.
because if you trade him, you still got to pay him.
Yep.
And ain't nobody going to pay him that, so it's not going to work out.
Mm-mm.
Now you may have, I wouldn't never say put it past it, but it may be an outlier team that's willing to pay that. But is it going to be a true contender? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Well,
Well, question for you two then. If
Yep.
you think there's a genuine possibility he gets traded, what would the minimum amount be for you to be satisfied?
I say a player, a one player,
A one receiver or a one player?
a one player,
Okay.
and maybe a second or first, depending on who the player is.
Okay.
But I would say at a minimum, a player and a second.
John?
I like that. I like that. I think the bare minimum, like the starting ground, is you've got to get return on investment, your ROIs. I want a second and a third. I think if I'm not going to get a player in that deal, saying, all right, that second round pick's going to be a guarantee. You got to throw that. I want a third because John Copper Jr. JKJ is coming out. We have a first, a third, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh this year. We have no middle ground day two picks.
Yeah.
We have we don't have a second, and we don't have a fourth. Well, that second round pick, depending on what position you go for in this draft, could be something. You could turn that. You could turn your two third round picks into something. You could also bundle it back for next year or for in 27, because I think if this team got a wide receiver, um, age wise, of a Ryan Williams or Jeremiah Smith, if they progress how we think they're going to progress, they're going to be top five picks in the draft the way
Right.
Travis Hunter was. Could you imagine Jaden with a Jeremiah Smith, another
That's not
Ohio
even
State
a
wide
remote
receiver?
possibility, though.
It's not, but could you imagine? Like we
That'd be
all
awesome.
think
Yeah.
like we all
Unless we
love
get
him,
lucky. If we get
right?
lucky and trade with somebody that's right there and we're
Hmm.
able to jump in and snag one of those guys, but
Don't
you
see it
know,
happening.
more than likely it's not going to happen, but it's possible.
Yeah,
Jeremiah Smith will go number one. We're gonna be
I
too good to trade up from high 20s
Doesn't Arch
to
come out
number
that
one.
year? 20 and
uh
the next
th
year?
they're saying Arch could come out in this year being 26. I think he should go in 27. Don't pull a Shador. Don't be like a one year wonder kind of quarterback and then come out. Granted, Shador messed up a few things for him, but if Arch comes out this year, Garrett Gussemeyer, Drew Aller, Lenore Sellers, Blake Horvath, and like there's guys who are gonna might be in front of him. If he comes out in 27, he'll be QB1 locked in, loaded. Tennessee, New Orleans, um, the Panthers, if Bryce Young doesn't fall into their like work how he wants to. The Cowboys, if Dak's contract runs out, like there's gonna be a few things. Um, but yeah, I think a second and a third. If I can't get a player, it's got to be a second and a third.
I personally feel like you got to get a receiver in exchange because our receiver room,
What receiver though?
I don't
Like
know. It
who
depends on
like
who's willing to trade for
like
him.
who's willing to give some like so I posed the idea to Z. I said if we trade with Jacksonville, we go get a Brian Thomas Jr. because they already
Mm,
have Travis Hunter.
I
Mhm.
give Terry and
Give
picks
Terry,
for him.
take him, and get a pick. You know what I'm saying? So give up
Yeah,
Brian Thomas Jr. and give us a second or a third, and I'll run with that. But if something like that, but like who like no number one, like it has to make sense. Like, we can't trade for a number three receiver. Like that doesn't make
no,
sense to me. It has to be a number one receiver or a
uh,
1B receiver.
right,
I heard
right.
Patriots are interested. They got Diggs.
So that's what
No,
I was saying. I was saying, do we swap for Diggs? And Z was like, he don't want to think about that. And
I
then
don't want
everybody in the
Diggs.
comments was like, I don't want Cardi B nowhere near this team.
I don't need Banana Boat 2.0 in DC. I don't
He
because
could be all right.
I don't
He could be like
I
wide
no.
receiver too by committee.
Our retirement
But
home
then,
would be
then
solidified.
the other thing that came out there was like, do the Dolphins want to flip Cheetah? I will
I don't
take
want
Cheetah in a fucking heartbeat.
I don't want him either
Yes, I
because
do.
I
I want
Why?
him.
so
Why?
one his contract alone. We talked about this last night. He's got the same cap hit that Terry does. So there's that because then you got to pay him next year. So now you're in the same predicament you are now.
Oh, yeah,
Two,
okay. So you don't have no
two.
more
I
term.
I don't need NFL and Nick Cannon young boy in DC making and breaking families the way Shannon's making and breaking backs and contracts. All right. I don't need this happening.
But if
3,
we had a possibility of getting him for 2 seasons, I would jump on that in a heartbeat.
here's the problem.
Yeah, get
3,
him. Don't
he's
re-sign
older
him.
than Terry. He's a
Is
year
he?
Yeah,
older than Terry.
but he's gonna take the top off that fucking defense. Like
We,
no
it,
tomorrow.
He's
I
also a
think
lot faster than Terry.
true, but if we want speed, we've got Jalen who runs a 4.3, like a flat 4.3.
Fast. He's not Tyreek fast.
I think he's faster than
The
Tyreek.
difference between quickness and fast. Terry's fast, long stride fast, but he's not as
Yeah.
quick as Tyreek.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, people. I mean, Terry made. I'll segue into this real quick. Still staying on Terry. He ranked number 52 in our NFL top 100. I thought he would just fall into that top 50, but he's at 52. Come on to Turpin, Denzel Ward, Mike Sanderson, and Chris Olave were the
Yeah.
four speakers on him. Turpin was saying he might be a top 10 fastest receiver in this league, especially when you look at that Cowboys game where he breaks 2 defenders, goes down the distance. He breaks 2 defenders in Detroit, stiff arms Brian Branch to the sideline, goes in for that touchdown. Should have had a touchdown against Carolina and Cleveland if he doesn't get tripped up at the 5 yard line.
Yeah.
So, what do we think 52 is too high or just right for 17?
I thought he was gonna go at least under 50. I thought he was gonna go like in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my initial thought was. Okay, yeah, Terry's probably gonna be somewhere in here.
After
So
this
we
year,
were-
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but he was like 79 last year, so I mean he's moving.
He was
He's moving up.
97 last year.
He was what?
He was 97 last year.
97. So yeah, so he moved up a considerable amount.
He moved up almost half from that. Say, let's call it 100. He moved up halfway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. I thought he would have been like 47, 48. I don't think 52 is the worst spot. If they had put him in that 60 range, I'd be like, all right, who on this committee is, smoking Denver's trees? But I thought 52 for I'm trying to think of who would be in front of him. Obviously, Justin, obviously, Jamar, Joe, Josh, Patrick, Saquon, Jalen, Pat Surtain, Stingley. Do they have Cosme in front?
You got like 4 or 5 linemen.
Linemen,
You still got other defensive players, corners.
Miles Garrett, yeah. Fred
Surtain,
Warner.
like a lot of people who haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
So it's a fair amount of number of people that's still out there. Jaden, like I
Jaden,
got
for sure.
Jaden probably going in probably like the top 30.
I guess he'd be
20.
top 20. Yeah. I think
Nah,
10.
I think
I
it's
think
gonna be
Top
anywhere
20
from
for sure.
25 to 30, somewhere in that range.
I remember speaking on this when I was on Off the Bench with Big Herb. Shout out to him. I redid some of it. I redid his graphics to the past few days. Shout out to him. He had him as high as 10.
I don't hate that.
And then we
10 in the
listed.
top 100.
Yep.
He's a top 5 quarterback.
Not right now. Next year, maybe
Mhm.
I'll give you that argument. But after year 1 rookie season, nah, they're not gonna do that.
I mean, the greatest rookie season quarterback wise. But
Well, we were just saying that your man had the greatest rookie season before. CJ
CJ?
Stroud. If we look at the numbers, CJ Stroud's numbers were a little bit better. If we take away the rushing,
yeah.
then CJ Stroud's is better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to account for the rushing too. But I'm just saying, like as a passer, like I feel like there's more that he hasn't shown us as a passer.
Right.
And that's what I was saying. Like Jalen has to be in that conversation of 4,000, 5,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't 3,500 ain't gonna cut it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? If you were talking about MVPs and all of these others, accolades and stuff like that.
I mean, if we're talking about MVPs, I would have given Josh the 24 MVP, give it to Lamar the 25. I think they got the order wrong. I think this should have been Lamar's year. I think last year should have been Josh's year. Either way, you get Lamar 2 MVPs, but that's just me. I think CJ coming out of college, because what is Ohio State quarterbacks? Pocket passers. Pryor, Cardell Jones, Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace, CJ, all pocket passing. What was Jaden coming out of college? Really good arm, a freak athlete in the rushing ability because he cut up my Florida Gators. Cut them to
Does.
put them into jambalaya. So, and I think people forget Jaden played like one drive against Carolina, played half a game of that last game against Dallas. So really, you could say he's 11-5 as a starter because he put everything together. That's one missed game. But I think CJ's always been the better passer. But if we can give him the protection that CJ had his first year, 4,000 yards shouldn't be an issue for Jaden.
Yeah.
Especially with the upgraded offensive line this next year. That'll help his case for sure.
If Jalen Lane turns into be what we think he can be, along with Debo, and we end up shoring up Terry, and then the role receivers that we have, I got him at 4,500. I'll say he'll have that.
I think our expectations for him are too high for a late round rookie receiver. Like, we haven't seen this guy in real competition yet. He's good. Yeah, I think he could be a solid piece in the rotation, but I feel like people are expecting him to come out, get 700-800 yards, multiple touchdowns. No. That's what I feel like I'm hearing from a lot of people.
I say like maybe 600, like 650-ish.
Gladly take that.
Maybe like 60 receptions or somewhere around there.
Like 5 touchdowns.
Maybe like 5 or 6 touchdowns. Like that's a good year.
I'll be very happy with that.
Yeah. I think what people are expecting him, not just receiving rights, but in the special teams role for
yeah. And if he could pop 1 or 2, like, you know what I'm saying, that's big.
Yeah. I mean, remember our best kick punt returner the past few years has been DeAndre Carter. He returned like 2 that 1 year. Give Jalen some of that blocking ability on special teams. He could have 2 very quickly.
I'm just thinking of like Jalen Lane just in a slot. Like I think he can do similar things that Jamison Crowder did the first time around. Okay. You know what I mean? Like not be crazy. Like, you know, like obviously not your number 1, but maybe your 3rd or 4th option. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
like your 2A, 2B.
Sneaky. And I feel like the defense is much improved. So I feel like we're going to get more, you know, time offensively on the field because of that. The defenses should be much improved and be able to stop the run, and the back end should be able to cover a little bit better too. So,
I mean, Justin said it on the last episode here on BIB. Rio tweeted it earlier today. Jalen's best comp right now, Jamison Crowder with D-Jack speed. If we want to give a Washington comparison, I said that's genius.
I like it.
Because if we're saying J-Mo off the bat, well, D-Jack's brought the speed.
I gotta see his speed in a preseason game, because it's one thing like looking at his speed from college, but it's another thing to see how it translates to this game and what they're asking him to do and the different concepts they're going to be running and things of that nature. So I want to see a 1 or 2 preseason games, see what he looks like, and then I can give a better assessment on, you know, what I think he can be, or give a comp or something like that. Because right now I don't know.
I agree. We need to see him in competition.
That's fair. Well, let's segue with competition. We go down to Dallas, coming out of Friday the 1st. All-Pro, Pro Bowler, still on a rookie contract. Micah Parsons has officially requested a trade. I didn't see this coming.
Why didn't you? Like, what are you watching, John? Like, I'm confused.
Reason why I didn't see, well, first of all, I didn't see it coming this early, meaning at like 10 a.m. in the morning. Like, this was like, I woke up, you know, ran in air, and I went, damn, Micah already requesting a trade?
When Jerry did that stuff he did with trying to throw him under the bus and all of that, I said, "Oh, the gloves are off now." So like, why would I protect you? And then if you read the
what he said,
the Apple note that he wrote it in, if you read that,
you did.
He basically like alludes to that. I was trying to be quiet, but now I'm like, come on, like y'all playing with the man. Like, I get it. I mean, I get it. These owners, like, they're like, you're under contract and they want you to hold to your contract, this, that, and the third. But
what is understandable?
You're playing games, Jerry.
Yeah.
You thought we had a backroom deal with my agents, my representation's not there. So you try to prey on me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in there to talk about leadership, and then you want to Try to
Do this.
throw something out there. I think you're gonna get some slick little deal done. Like, come on, that was
Yeah.
underhanded, Jerry. That was underhanded. That was unethical, Jerry. You know it was.
Yeah. Only reason why I didn't see it coming this early is because Jerry's also known to be overpaying players this late into the offseason. Look at Dak and CD. Paid them like September 1st kind of thing. But to your point, Reedy, the four big quotes in Micah's thing, and Schefter tweeted about this with a great graphic I didn't have to put together. I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed door negotiations without my
Oh, my
agent
agent.
present. Yep. I no longer want shots taken at me for being injured while laying on the line for my organization, our fans, and my teammates. I have a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. He went to the nepotism son and said, "You get me out of here."
Unlike Terry, he actually does not want to be there. Terry wants to be here. Micah Parsons, he wants out.
I
He does not want to be
I
in Dallas.
I texted this to the TBB group chat. Micah officially publicly requested a trade. Terry and Trey Hendrickson were both reported to have asked for trade requests because Trey was allowed to seek trades. Terry was reported to have requested a trade, and then it was just confirmed at training camp. Micah said, "Yeah, y'all tweaking my money and my patience. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck up out of here." Do we think that means something from a player publicly saying it versus teams sort of letting news leak about wanting trades?
I mean, let's see. You want to trade, you want to trade. If you come out and say it, or if it's released through your agent or through a back channel source, it's still the same thing. And it's just, I mean, to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen people, hence the guy in Cleveland said he wanted out of there.
Yep.
And look what happened. Like
40 mil.
So are we really sure that Micah really wants out of there, or is this again part of the playbook?
He seems pretty authentic to me.
He seems like he's
honest.
pissed.
He seems pissed. Justin sent that post earlier in the Ballin In Burgundy group chat. Micah Parsons trade proposals. There's 3 teams on the list. It's the Ravens, the Patriots, and us.
Yep.
An in-division trade. They listed Washington receives Micah Parsons, Dallas receives Terry McLaurin, a 2nd-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick. I say if we ever got that opportunity, you jump on that.
I don't think
You
Dallas
take that
does
in a
that.
heartbeat.
I don't think Dallas does it.
I don't think they do it either. But then it's like you're kind of, well, I guess the money would make sense that for Micah then.
For
won't
Micah,
make sense
yes. For
the
Dallas,
argument because it's very too old.
Well, not even too old.
That's what's standing him.
They would be paying a 3rd wide receiver one. CD George Terry.
Is Georgia one?
That offense would be amazing.
I think George has the ability to be a
win with that. I don't know what to tell him.
Yeah.
If Dak can't win with those 3, I don't know what to tell him.
Yeah.
I think that's I mean, Micah,
that's a lot.
I mean,
be scary.
Micah's going to garner 2 first-round picks. Like, I don't think that's going to fly. Like, even though you're giving up Terry, I don't think that's going to fly.
Yeah.
Because you got to look what Khalil Mack got when he got traded.
Yep.
So it's going to be something similar along those lines.
Yeah. And Khalil got traded a lot of places. Las Vegas, Chicago, the Rams. I'm missing a team.
He started with the Raiders.
Started with the Raiders, went to the Bears. Was it back to Las Vegas or what is it then to the Rams?
No, I don't think he went back to Las Vegas. He went to the Rams.
I'll look it up and post it. But yeah, I think logistically it makes no sense for them to trade for 2 receivers. You overpay CD, so there's your 3rd. And if you can't even make it past the first round of the playoffs half the time with Dak under center, what makes you think a 3rd receiver is gonna, break the ball on this?
Oh, I agree that the Cowboys would probably not want to do that because
no, but also
it would be pretty
very
amazing
Jerry
for us.
It'd be very
happened,
Jerry to do it.
with our lack of edge rushers at the moment, having a young superstar like Micah Parsons instead of an old, talented but on the decline receiver like Terry McLaurin,
Mm.
I'm taking that swap and paying extra any day.
So division in division
In
trade is going to
division,
be name the game. Okay. What's the
cool with
Patriots
me.
one?
Patriots, let me pull it back up.
Actually, I got it real quick. I'm ahead of the ball, Andrew. I'm sorry.
You got it?
Yep. Patriots give up 2 firsts, a second, a third, and a fifth for Micah.
Yep.
I think that's the most realistic. Two
Mhm.
firsts right there. You get a second, a third, and a fifth for a team that's on the supposedly uptick. So it's him, Christian Barmore, Keon White, Christian Gonzalez, Kyle Duggar. It's not the worst defense with Mike Vrabel because he'd become his Jeffrey Simmons kind of thing. I just don't know if, again, Dallas is going to pull the trigger.
Yep.
Reedy, what say you?
We'll see. I don't know. It sounds
That's
good
fair.
in theory, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. And then the last one with the Ravens. So they get Micah, the Cowboys receiver, Shad Bateman, Kyle Van Noy, and a first round pick. That's an uneven trade.
Ravens win that.
Like these
Again,
hypothetical trades sometimes is just like it doesn't even like
no. And
make
this is round
sense.
ta okay, this is round table sports too. This is people I've worked with before. I've recorded with before. Fellas, the teams are right. The proposal, Kyle Chips Ahoy, Kyle Van Noy, really? He's on the decline of his career. Rashad Bateman is a cool number two. And then he's a
How
first
old
round.
is Rashad Bateman?
Rashad
Rashad
Bateman,
Bateman's 3.
25. He's not that old.
yeah. But Rashad Bateman's like it's like a bag of Takis. He's not going to be the first guy or the second guy or the third guy you're going to go for.
He's
He's not
like a bag of Takis as well.
he's like the third or fourth option on the Ravens alone. Andrews, Henry, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers.
Hey, talkies aren't that bad, bro. I don't know why you're hating on talkies.
I don't like Takis. That's just a personal thing. But no, but if you go to the grocery store and you they say, hey, I need to go grab 2 bags of chips. You're grabbing like Lay's, you're grabbing Doritos, you're grabbing Utz before you hit Takis.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I
That's a
don't
fact.
know. I don't know how I feel about this statement, John.
I'm even grabbing hot Cheetos before I grab
Oh
Takis.
no. Over talkies?
Yeah,
No shot.
Hey, I think we all agree the first bag we're grabbing is Cool Ranch Doritos. I think that's the first bag you grab.
negative, not Cool Ranch Doritos. Spicy, the one in the
Spicy
purple bag.
nacho? Oh
No,
no.
not purple bag.
Just the sweet and sour or whatnot?
No, I forget what they call. What are they called? You know what I'm talking about? The purple bag
Yeah.
Doritos,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I
or
hate that
even
one the
cool, or
most.
even nacho cheese. Cool Ranch, there's never enough sauce on. Hit or
I
miss.
the purple bag for me, I can't do it. I'm not a fan.
Really?
I'm not a fan.
They're
Wow.
good.
I might grab Takis before I
Solid.
grab those.
Whoa. All
Oh,
right.
that's blasphemy.
John's converting here.
Converting to what?
Team talkies.
Taki. Can't believe this. Well, last topic, if we're gonna talk about converting, the Commanders will convert home. A 9-3 vote at the Capitol as of recording today. RFK is confirmed. We're coming home. How are we feeling? It's officially done, sealed, delivered. RFK will be the 2030 home of the Commanders.
Well, they have another vote September 17th, so then we can really say it's sealed. But I mean, I know that's a formality, but I mean, it was where it was. This is where they wanted it to be. They didn't want it to be in Maryland. They didn't want it to be in Virginia.
No.
So
Damn sure
They
doesn't need to be here.
all of these different negotiating things that the team's been willing to take on to make the city happy and all of that. Like they wanted it in DC, so
Hmm.
it is what it is. Happy that the council didn't try to play around with it. So hopefully September 17th it's finalized and then they can start the demolition and all getting all of the
Yep.
permits and doing everything. So we're on schedule for 2030. So looking forward to that.
Hmm.
Right.
Because it's not just a new stadium, it's also a whole entertainment district at that area. So it's a $3.8 billion deal for the renovations. That first billion alone is that stadium.
Yeah.
That so
65,000 seats.
yep. Because Northwest holds what, 60 or 70?
So when they first built it and they took out a lot of seats, it was like
They weren't
it
filling
was
them.
crazy the amount of people that stadium held, and they took out a massive number. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's probably more than that.
Let's see. Seating capacity.
When it first
Currently,
opened,
so current capacity is roughly 67,000.
oh,
Apparently, that it allegedly held 90,000, but that can't be right. Oh no. That's
as
no, it's
tight as
correct.
the seats are tight now, so I can imagine back
It's
then they were even more tight.
yeah, no. So it first opened around
1989.
80,000 80,000 seats. So okay, so there's 80, and then apparently they added more temporary seats later on, so that gets you to that 90. But then between Dan at the end towards the end of his ownership and then Josh putting in new boxes, we're at 60. So we've lost roughly 20 to 30,000 seats over 20 years. Damn. So 65 is pretty much what we are already sitting at Northwest.
Yeah, and then a lot of like the seats that they did take out, that's like the standing room only areas and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So yeah,
Yep. Because I think the new Buffalo Bills stadium only holds what, 50 or 60? Like they're on the lower end now. Like it's not a
but
super.
I do have a question for you guys. I was asking Z earlier. Do we think the Sean Taylor statue gets done here at Northwest Federal, or do they wait until we go back to RFK?
Ooh.
Hmm.
I think they're going to want it for the long term, for being honest.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean, there's
wait.
not that immediate demand to do it right now because there is that crappy one that they already
Yeah.
have, but they'll
I
definitely
mean,
do a nicer one.
yeah. I
Hopefully
mean,
for the
we.
long run, RFK.
I mean, we all remember our reactions, and I remember the video with me and Tone. We were hating on it, but then you look at the interviews with Jackie, me and Justin when we had Gabe Taylor on, we kind of got his sort of reactions because he wasn't in the direct process. Family was pretty much intertwined for the most part with that whole statue thing. I enjoyed the artwork, that art wall, and the like everything else outside of the statue. But if they're gonna do it right, because I can only imagine they're gonna redo a Theismann one. They'll probably redo a Doug. Uh, they might do a Darrell Green statue for going back to RFK. I could see them putting Sean T in bronze and gold. Give him a true statue.
Yeah, and that was my point. Like, why waste the money trying to erect something now that's only going to be there for a couple of seasons, and then either you're going to have to pull it up
Yep.
and take it there. But just I would think that would be like if I was them, I would wait and do it
Hmm.
right then.
Yeah.
When you open
I
a new stadium versus now.
I think when they open the new stadium, they could use the current statue if it went to like a museum or went to Canton or something as like a placeholder. But like to your point, if they're gonna spend the money, spend the money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if they do like a commander's bar at that RFK location, you could use that as like a statue somewhere in the bar or make that like a centerpiece of like, hey, this is I don't even have like a good analogy to use for it. Like you can use it for because it's a smaller statue, you can reuse it. But if you're gonna encapsulate someone in bronze, gold, and tin, you go the distance.
Absolutely.
But Harris seems excited. Some of the players, I gotta look at Twitter again because I feel like none of the players tweet about it. But right now, outside the formality, RFK, the spiritual home, as Josh Harris put it, is official like a ref with a whistle. Their commanders are going back to DC. I'm just happy I don't got to wait in Maryland traffic no more.
So,
I don't
well,
have that problem.
if you think that the going to RFK is going to be simple, boy, I
No.
got a thing for you.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to figure out how are they going to make this happen, because you come across East Capitol, they're going to have to put some type of walking bridge, kind of similar to how it is in Atlanta or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be crazy. Like, it's 295 is already backed up for no reason, and you put a stadium, and that's the only route in
Mm-hmm.
between 50 and 295. Oh my god,
Hey,
it's
I'm
going to be
just
crazy.
I'm just glad it's not in Woodbridge here in Virginia because 64 going up, I-95 going up. No one knows how to drive in Fredericksburg and Woodbridge, and it's already backed up to Reedie's point just here in VA. If they had put in a stadium over there at Woodbridge, I don't think ever go to a game because I'm not sitting in that traffic.
But the good thing is that where by going back to RFK, you have the subway right there. So
Exactly.
it's definitely going to be like some type of connector or something like
Hmm.
bridge or something that connects it, and they're going to kind of sell you on that public transportation piece. Now, the difference between Northwest Stadium now and RFK, it's like the distance is too far of a walk. I guess really a long walk to get from the stadium to the metro. So
Hmm.
that's what's going to help them out, and they're going to, that you see Metro, they were there in the initial press conference because they were saying like they want to partner to like kind of upgrade the system. So everybody is eating off of this project. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Not just the city, not just the team. It's Metro. It's the hospitality industry. Everybody.
Yep. I'm sure they'll get new food vendors in there too because
Yeah.
Northwest Stadium food ain't exactly the hottest.
Now they've upgraded it. It's better than what it was. The club level, is where all of the stuff was
Hmm.
at, but they moved some things that were on the club level down to the 100 level. So we're coming off the club level. We're going back down with the people
Hmm.
because we decided we needed to be amongst the people. Because on the club level, it's like kind of bougie up there. It really ain't like you can go in, you got all those amenities and stuff like
Hmm.
that, but you need to be in the mix. Like the fun really is in the 100 level. So I got to get used to that, not having that top tier quality food upstairs if I wanted something. But
Yep.
we'll figure it out.
Yep. I just hope they get the beer pricing right because $15 for Bud Light is. I'm gonna go buy a six. I'm gonna go buy a 6 and a 12 pack somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the what it is because of this area. Like
Yeah.
how much stuff costs. You know what I mean in this area. Like I wish it could
Yeah.
be like $8 for a beer, but just based off
Even
of
if it,
where we are,
even if it was $10, it's a little easier to stomach than 15.
yeah, shit. The new stadium it might be 22.
Shit. I don't know because Harris is like funding the first like 2.5 bill by himself. Like the team is doing the 2/3 of the money.
But that's
See?
why see the ticket holders we're going to get screwed
Yeah.
because they're going to do that was it that leasing situation
Hmm.
like where you got to pay $5,000 just for the rights to buy your seats, which is actually crazy. So you mean
That's
to tell me
insane.
if my seats are $2,000 for a season, I got to spend $7,000 just for the rights to buy my seats, or 5,000 plus 2,000? That's $7,000.
Hmm. And if you
That's
can't go,
crazy.
now you're wasting money.
Yeah. So I told Z, I said, shit, we might just be buying tickets week to week if we wanted to go to the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we'll
ticket. I
see.
mean, I got my tickets for December 20th, and your boys spend a band. I'll say that much. Your boys spend a band
$1,000?
for 3 tickets. It was $1,000.
Oh, don't feel bad. I spent $1,000 for one ticket in the NFC Championship. So
Oh, well,
you won.
I
You
mean,
won.
that's a title game. That's to be expected at this rate,
Nah,
and it's
that's
Philly.
crazy. That's crazy work. Hopefully next time we can have it at home so I can pay the $140 that I pay for my seat.
That seat might go for $750 if it's a title game here in DC.
Yeah, probably go for more than that.
Probably. Depending on the person, they might be like, I'll give you $1,000. Shit, you coming in. And give me that. But no, let's get up out of here. We touched on everything we needed to go over. Reedy, appreciate you coming on late with us, man.
No question, no question. Thanks for having me.
No, always. Andrew, any closing remarks?
If it's all right, there's one one tweet from Al Galdi that I want to read.
Okay.
I want to like start a whole new segment or anything, but just leave it on more positive remarks because I like this. It made me feel better. He said the leverage in Terry McLaurin's situation is overwhelmingly with the Commanders. He's under contract for 2025, and the team can franchise tag him for 2026 and even 2027. Can play this year to year. If an extension is going to happen, it's going to happen on Adam Peters' terms. I like it.
It's not wrong.
I kind of like I want Terry, but I kind of like that. Like, we're not going to be dictated to just pay you whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bittersweet in a sense because it's like, come on, Adam, giving the man the money, but then at the same time, it's like, nah, man, we got other fish to fry.
I mean, that was the Ron and Martin Mayhew era. There's no professional negotiation. Not being hard on demands and conditions and then giving in to players. But this is business, and I think Adam Peters knows what he's doing. I do want to pay him. Terry deserves his money, but trust AP. Don't be hating on him too much.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Guys, let's get up out of here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here on BIB Road to 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, the front sitting at 696. We're about 204 or 304 away. I want to get there to 1,000. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe here. Like, share, and subscribe to @REEDIE And Zee. They're on their separate journey. You guys are going to what? 2,000?
Yes, road to 2,000. We're like 15 something right now.
Oh, so you close.
Yep.
Hey, y'all better go get them there. If you are not subscribed to BIB and Reading and Z, you better go subscribe there, and you damn sure better subscribe to the Burgundy Breakdown every Wednesday night, 9:30, 10 o'clock ish, depending on how many technical difficulties we all decide to have each and every night. It's one of us. It's always one of us.
Well, not really one of us. It's one of us, but then somebody else got hit the other day.
That's true. So. That's true. It's not us two. I'll say that much.
Well, it was me the other night.
That's true.
For whatever reason, my internet was acting crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, like, share, and subscribe to here at BIB. Like, share, subscribe to REEDIE And Zee. Like, share, and subscribe to the Burgundy Breakdown. All those links, whether either popping up over my right shoulder, or they're all links down in the description. Like Andrew said, let's trust in AP. Let's trust in Terry and his team as much as I don't want to on Buddy Baker. And let's see how this plays out. Let's continue this offseason, guys. And don't forget to stay ballin'. We will see y'all out there.